Hello dear student, welcome one again in the sixth part of the heterocyclic system. So in this case we'll see all the rings. The next ring is 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrahydropyrimidine. Actually it's a pyrimidine, but it has a saturation, that is removal of the two double bonds between 1 and 2, and that is 3 and 4. So both the double bond get removed by addition of the 4 hydrogens. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All these like hydrogens we are adding at these 4 position, and we are going to remove the double bond between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it become 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrahydropyrimidine. It's a pyrimidine, but we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hydrogens, tetrahydropyrimidine. Thereby, if you are adding hydrogens, the double bond will get removed. If you are adding 4 hydrogens, the 2 double bonds get removed. If you are adding 2 hydrogens at 1 and 2 position, the 1 double bond get removed. So in this case, we added 4 hydrogen, 2 double bond get removed, only 1 double bond is remaining, and that's why it's 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrahydropyrimidine. The example of the drug, that is propylthiouracil, which is an anti-thyroid drug, which contains these 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrahydropyrimidine ring in its structure. Next ring is perhydropyrimidine. So in this case, perhydropyrimidine is completely saturated. Even in previous case we had seen, we had removed 2 double bonds. If we have removed all 3 double bonds, so it become completely saturated. In this case we have to add 4 hydrogens to remove 2 double bond. Now in this case we have to add 6 hydrogens to remove all 3 double bonds. So it become completely saturated. We had removed the unsaturation, means we had removed all double bonds, all the double bonds. Now it become completely saturated, and that we call a perhydropyrimidine. Okay, tetrahydropyrimidine, perhydropyrimidine. Perhydro means all double bond will get removed, and in tetrahydropyrimidine 2 double bonds are removed. Okay, next example is a pyrimidone, the example which has the perhydropyrimidine ring. Next, barbituric acid. This is actually the drug as well as a heterocyclic ring. So what we are going to do, we are adding 3 oxo group. In case we are talking about the barbituric acid, and it is being derived from perhydropyrimidine. Okay, perhydropyrimidine is derived from pyrimidine by removing 3 double bonds. If you are making completely saturated pyrimidine, so it got converted into perhydropyrimidine. Okay, and now in this perhydropyrimidine, if you are adding 3 oxo group at 2, 4 and 6 position, oxo group. Okay, this is like in this way, we are added 3 oxo group, 1, 2 and 3 oxo group at 2, 4 and 6 position of perhydropyrimidine, and that is called as barbituric acid. Okay, that we are commonly calling as barbituric acid. So phenobarbital is one of the example which is an barbituric acid derivatives, and these are actually the sedative and hypnotics. Next, pyrazine. Pyrazine, it's having a 2 nitrogens, relative position 1 and 4. It's a 6-membered ring, ends with INE, and it has a pyra and aza. But the pyra stand for first nitrogen, aza stand for second nitrogen. But these 2 nitrogens, the relative position of these 2 nitrogen is 1 and 4, and 3 double bond. In case of if you're talking about the pyrimidine, so it is 1 and 3, relative position is 1 and 3. So in case of pyrazine, it is 1 and 4. Next, piperazine, completely saturated pyrazine, that is called as piperazine. This is a pyrazine in which the relative position of nitrogen is 1 and 4, but completely saturated. Completely saturated means we had removed all 3 double bonds. Like pyrimidine, we had done perhydropyrimidine. So in this case, pyrazine, we had done it completely saturated, that is piperazine. The example of the drug, that is meclizine. We know it's a popular antihistaminic drug which has these piperazine ring in its structure. Next, benzopyran. Actually, it is the least important. Coumarin, warfarin, which is anticoagulant, which has these ring. It is least important. Next, azaepine. Azaepine stand for epine. Epine stand for a 7-membered ring. Wherever, like for example, the 7-membered ring ends with epine, and aza stand for nitrogen, means it's a 7-membered ring and having nitrogen as a heteroatom. Like you can see that the nitrogen is there and 3 double bonds, and actually if you are going to extend the numbering, it becomes 7. If you are going to extend the numbering, let me try to give the numbering, that it's a 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you can observe that the numbering got extended till 7, means it's a 7-membered ring that we call azepine. Aza stand for nitrogen, epine stand for 7-membered ring. Numbering got extended till 7, it indicates that it's a 7-membered ring. Okay, so azepine is a basic ring. The example of the drug that has azepine ring, that is carbamazepine, which is an antipsychotic drug which has azepine ring in its structure. Next, 1,4-diazepine. So we'll split it, that 1,4 is the position of nitrogen. Diaza stand for there are 2 nitrogen, and epine stand for it's a 7-membered ring. So basically it's a 7-membered ring having 3 double bonds, and diaza stand for 2 nitrogen, and the position of nitrogen is 1 and 4. So you can see that in this ring it's actually a diazepine, and particularly the 1,4-diazepine, because the relative position of nitrogen is 1 and 4. So if you are trying to give the numbering, so basically it will start with the saturated nitrogen. It's a simple heterocyclic ring, it's a single ring. As per the rule, if the simple heterocyclic ring containing 2 nitrogen, and amongst these one is saturated and another is unsaturated, means one is saturated having single bond, and unsaturated nitrogen which has a double bonded nitrogen. So in this case we are giving the preference for position to the saturated nitrogen. Okay, so in that case we will start the numbering with the saturated nitrogen. If you are going to extend the numbering, we'll go to 2, 3, and this nitrogen will get the 4 position. Okay, so the relative position of nitrogen is 1 and 4, and total it's a 7-membered ring. That's why it's 1,4-diazepine. Okay, and now we'll see the drug which has this 1,4-diazepine ring in its structure, that is diazepam, lorazepam, that we call a PAM series, and these are actually the sleep inducing drug, and that we call a sedative and hypnotics. Next, dibenzazepine, name itself indicating that is dibenza stand for 2 benzene ring. Dibenzazepine, azepine is a 7-membered ring which has a nitrogen. So in this case actually this we call a sandwich structure. So we are calling dibenza, there will be 2 benzene ring. Okay, dibenza. And middle ring is azepine. We had seen the 7-membered ring which has a 1 nitrogen, aza, epine, 3 double bonds. Okay, these 2 double bonds are common one, may be common for benzene ring as well as azepine. Again benzene ring plus azepine. So basically we are going to see that it's a dibenzazepine. Okay, azepine is sandwich between 2 benzene ring. So that we have one of the way we are calling that this is a sandwich structure, in which this middle ring azepine is sandwiched between 2 benzene. That's why dibenzazepine. And numbering is in this way. We are giving the numbering like acridine. We have skipping this nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, skipping this 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we are proceeding according to the numbering. Next, imipramine, which is an antidepressant drug which has this dibenzazepine ring in its structure. Next is acridine. Acridine heterocyclic ring, we already discussed about this. N10, normally it has N10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we are skipping this 5. 5 will go to the next ring. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Normally N10 we are calling in case of acridine, that is a mnemonics N10. Mepacrine, which is again an antihistaminic drug which has the acridine ring in its structure. Next, phenothiazine. Phenothiazine, we already discussed this again in the exceptional case. So we how to give the numbering, it is again a sandwich ring, sandwich structure in which the middle heterocyclic ring is sandwiched between 2 benzene ring. So in this case we are giving a numbering from one of the benzene ring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are counting 5. In this way, that N10 is a common mnemonic for acridine. So in this case again N10 will be there, whereas S, that is sulfur, which looks like 5, so S getting position 5, and N10 as like that of acridine. So these 2 mnemonics we have to remember that, or these are the clues which we have to remember to learn the numbering pattern of this phenothiazine, in which we have to start a numbering in such a way that sulfur get 5 and nitrogen will get 10. you can start by this way also: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So in this way also the numbering to the sulfur and nitrogen is 5 and 10. We have example chlorpromazine, phenothiazine, which are actually the promethazine, which are antihistaminic drug which has this phenothiazine ring. Next, phenazine. Phenazine, it is the actually sandwich ring in which the two benzene rings sandwich between pyrazine. Okay, so in this case we are giving the numbering as like that of the like this acridine. We are giving numbering like acridine. So as far as the numbering is concerned, so numbering is starting by either of these rings. So I'm going to start the numbering from this ring: 1 2 3. This is fourth position. Then we have to skip this nitrogen, then we have to give the 5 position to this one, then 6, then 7 8 position, 9 and 10 to this nitrogen. Okay, so in this way we have to give the numbering so that it will like same as that of the acridine. You can see that it will be same as like that of the acridine, and the ring is called as phenothiazine. Instead of that, you see that if you're going to compare this acridine and acridine and this phenazine, so the difference is that instead of one nitrogen in acridine, there will be a 2 nitrogen in phenothiazine. Middle ring, which has like a middle ring in this acridine, is having 1 nitrogen, and in phenazine middle ring having 2 nitrogen. The numbering pattern is same. Okay, so that in this case phenazine, these 2 nitrogen will get 9 and 10 position. So in this way you can learn or you can remember. Clofazimine, it is an example of a drug which has phenazine ring. Next example of the heterocyclic ring, that is 1,3,4-thiadiazole. Indicate that thia means sulfur, diaza stand for 2 nitrogen, and OLE stand for 5-membered ring having 2 double bonds. Okay, and thia and diaza having relative position 1 3 4. Are you getting? Say the name of ring, that is thiadiazole. Thia stand for sulfur, diaza stand for 2 nitrogen, OLE stand for 5-membered ring, and these 1 3 4 indicate the position of sulfur and 2 nitrogen. So we are going to draw the 5-membered ring containing 2 double bonds, means ends with OLE, and we'll have thia and diaza. Thia means sulfur it has, diaza means 2 nitrogen it has. And as far as these 1 3 4 indicate, 1 is the position of the sulfur and 3 4 is again a position of nitrogens. Okay, so in this way the ring is called as 1,3,4-thiadiazole. Acetazolamide, it is a drug which has a heterocyclic ring, 1,3,4-thiadiazole ring in its structure. And acetazolamide, normally it is used as diuretic. It is a diuretic, acetazolamide. Next, xanthine. This we had already seen in the exceptional case. Xanthine, which is a fused member to, it's a fused ring structure which has a fusion made up of fusion of 2 rings. One is the pyrimidine, that is the 6-membered ring having 2 nitrogen at relative position 1 and 3, that we call a pyrimidine, and a 5-membered ring having 2 nitrogen and the relative position of nitrogen is 1 and 3, that indicate that is a imidazole. So overall we can see that this is a fused ring structure which is made up of pyrimidine and imidazole. And the numbering is concerned, so in this case we are going to cover the numbering to first to the complete 6-membered ring, then we are shifting on the 5-membered ring. So we are going to start a numbering with this nitrogen: 1 2 3 4 5 6. We are counting common carbons and numbering extended till 6. Then we are shifting on the 5-membered ring, then 7 8 and 9. In this way the numbering is there, and this is the fixed pattern of numbering to the xanthine. Always the numbering is given in this way. Next, pteridine. Pteridine is the heterocycle which is made up of, it's again a fused membered ring. In these both are the 6-membered ring. In purine we had seen one is 6-membered, one is 5-membered, and in this case one is both are 6-membered, but the relative position of nitrogen is changed. Like for example, it's a 6-membered ring and 2 nitrogen, relative position of nitrogen are 1 and 4, that we call a pyrazine. And where is the 6-membered ring, relative position of nitrogen is 1 and 3, this ring we are calling a it's a pyrimidine. So this is the fusion of two rings that we call pteridine. P is silent actually. Pteridine, and it is a made up of, we can say that it is made up of pyrazine plus pyrimidine. It's a fusion of pyrazine plus pyrimidine, individual pyrazine plus pyrimidine. And folic acid is the example which has this pteridine nucleus. Folic acid we know very well, that is vitamin B9, which has this pteridine nucleus in its structure. Now as far as the numbering is concerned, so numbering is normally being started with the 6-membered ring, which has a list and a numbering of the nitrogen. Like for example, in this case we are going to start the numbering from this ring, in which the relative position of nitrogen is 1 and 3. 1, we are starting with this nitrogen, okay, 1, then it's 2, then 3, then 4, then we are going for 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in this case 4 nitrogen getting relative position, or the numbering getting the position by 4 nitrogen in this pteridine getting by 1, 3, 5 and 8. Okay, like 1, 3, 5 and 8, these positions are getting by nitrogens in the pteridine ring. Folic acid, it is an example. So the next ring is next heterocyclic ring is, that is 1,2,4 benzothiadiazine, and indicate that benzo means benzene, thia means sulfur, diaza stand for 2 nitrogen, ine stand for 6-membered ring. Benzo stand for benzene ring is fused together with the heterocyclic ring. You can see that in this structure you can see that the benzene, which is a 6-membered ring, benzo, and next is a heterocyclic ring which has the thiadiazine. Thia stand for sulfur, diaza stand for 2 nitrogen, and ine stand for 6-membered ring. So in this case the ring is like this. If you are talking about the numbering to this ring, so it will be start from, as far as the OSN is concerned, it will start with a sulfur, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In this way the numbering will be going on, and we'll start with sulfur, and we can say that the numbering is being started with the sulfur, and 1, 3, 4 sorry 1 to 4 position, that as indicating in the name itself, 1 to 4, 1 is a sulfur, 2, 4 are the nitrogen, benzo means benzene fused together with the thiadiazine. It indicates that it's a fused ring structure. And chlorothiazide, which is a thiazide derivative and which is a diuretic, which has this. Next is a xanthine. If you're talking about in xanthine has the same number as like that of the acridine. In this case we have to skip this this oxygen. So I'm going to try, I will show you how the numbering is given. So numbering, we have to start with either of these ring, and it will be 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to skip this oxygen, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 position to this oxygen. So like same N10 acridine will be same numbering pattern will be for this xanthine. And one thing again I want to show you, that it's not xanthine THINE, it's xanthine THENE. So that will the way of numbering to xanthine. It's a least important actually. Next, octahydroazotine is this is the last heterocyclic ring, and which is again an important one. Octa stand for 8, hydro stand for 8 hydrogens, and azocine it's normally it's a 8-membered ring. So aza stand for nitrogen, and CINE will be the suffix for 8-membered ring. So octahydro comes that there will be 8 hydrogens in an 8-membered ring. Means basically if it is no octahydro, only azocine if it is there, then there will be a 4 double bonds, 4 alternate double bonds. If you want to remove 4 alternate double bonds, I'll show you that how it will be. Instead of octahydro, only azosine we are talking about. Okay, so azosine, in this there will be no hydrogen, and say alternate 4 double bonds will be there like this. So this become only the azosine. And if you are talking about octahydroazosine, so we have to add 8 hydrogens, and if you are going to add 8 hydrogens, so we have to remove all 4 double bonds. And if you are, like for example, to remove 1 double bond, we have to add 2 hydrogens. If you want to remove 4 double bonds, we have to add these 8 hydrogens. That's why it become octahydro. Okay, so octahydroazosine, this is the heterocyclic ring which is a 8-membered ring. And we had seen that various ring which started from 3-membered, 4-membered, then 5-membered, 6-membered, 7-membered, and normally this is a 8-membered ring. It's a single ring which is a 8-membered ring. So guanethidine, this is the drug which has octahydroazosine ring in its structure. So in that way we have finished all the heterocyclic ring. Now we have to move towards the next. In the next part we'll see the organic groups. Okay, organic group or the substituents, parent nucleus, substituents. So these all heterocyclic ring behave as a parent nucleus. You might understand these different types of heterocyclic ring and the numbering pattern. Thank you so much, and refer the notes for the same. Thank you.